This video is on the FECiDA CR600 and problems of having to keep tropical plants alive in Minnesota over the winter. I've tried a variety of different combinations: 600 watt HPS, 150 watt HPS, T5 HOs, power compacts at 65 watts. The best combinations I've had were two 150 watt HPS, a pair of 54 watt T5 HOs at 6000K, and four 65 watt power compacts, two at 10,000K and the other two in blue actinic at 420, 460 nanometer. But of course, at that time, with that combination, I was pulling about 5 amps, and at 6 hours a day or 16 hours a day for nearly 6 months. That's a lot of power draw. And so I started moving back and forth, removing the power compacts and putting in a variety of LEDs. All of these draw about 1 amp in power. And last year I had 3 of these burbles, the red and blue type, with two 150 watt HPS units. And it didn't do very well, that combination. I was still drawing close to 5 amps. But my cycads were losing fronds completely. You can see this one sago palm right here, which is a cycad. You can see there's one brown frond there. That was the only one that was existing. That was still green come April of last year. So I wanted to try getting some full spectrums, and the FECiDA CR600 looked pretty good, especially with the fact of the number of IR and UV light LEDs that they had in it. So I decided to try it. And here we are at the end of March, and I've had absolutely no browning whatsoever of any of the fronds. This is a fiddle palm that I got from a neighbor at the end of January, and they were going to throw it out, but I'm going to take and cut this back and create some new ones, I hope. I've got agapanthus here, lilies of the Nile, and believe it or not, you see this one here, which is actually flowering. I've had the CR600 I got in November, around the 12th, when I installed it. It's been running 16 hours a day. You can see hopefully it's at 100%. And here we are, I believe it's March 29th right now. So it's doing very well. No issues, no problems whatsoever. And as you can see, I've got sable minors floating around. I moved some of my plants so I can walk around here. I've got 2 other windmill palms, a kunchi palm, and a needle palm, and all are doing very well under these lighting conditions. You can hear a lot of noise coming from these 3, but believe it or not, the FECiDA is producing hardly any noise at all. If I unplug this one, and then unplug the other one, there's hardly any sound at all coming from the FECiDA. Now, the other thing I've noticed is that with my other lighting conditions, other than that big 5 amp one with the HPS and T5s and power compacts, all of the weeds and what have you would die. But under this situation, my weeds are actually growing, and I've actually had to pull them out. You can see that there are weeds right over here. This is a flowering tobacco plant, and that's doing just fine. So I'm very happy with this configuration. You can see the palms and what have you are doing quite well. The agapanthus are doing quite nicely. Doing so well that I actually bought a second one that I have down in the cellar where I'm growing seedlings. Now that I'm never going to go above 50%, but that'll be up here next year, and I'll probably pick up a third to see if I can get some of my banana plants going all winter. This is a red Abyssinian that I'm bringing out of dormancy. It's been here for 3 weeks. Now my other tropicals, the cannas, calla lilies, Persian palms, etc., those I keep in dormancy until later on this spring, where I bring them out and start them up again. But I just thought people might be interested in something other than growing pot plants. If you're trying to keep overwinter tropicals that you can't put into dormancy, I think the FECiDA CR600 is going to be a very good proposition for you. So, any questions? Please let me know. And like I say, I'm very happy with this configuration. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Auf 80% macht sie 46 Grad. Also die LEDs, ne? Die LEDs. Ja. Was schade ist, es ist ein UK-Stecker dran, obwohl ich mit EU bin. Das heißt, wenn ich mir eine neue Lampe kaufen möchte, also ich habe noch 2 Schränke, die würde ich gerne nachrüsten. Und dann würde ich hier durch die Wand auch einmal noch kommen. Aber ja, müsste ich mit EU-Stecker bestellen. Ansonsten Lampe okay, sie soart, ne? man hört, ich habe extra mal den Luftfilter ausgemacht.
I'm running the FECiDA, the CR600 model at 18 inches, and I can just not get that above 400. I know the foil bio power meter is not perfect, but it wouldn't be half of what the advertised numbers. I'm hoping I just got a bad batch of LEDs. I couldn't figure out how to reach out to them. Their website doesn't seem to be operational anymore. So I'll probably end up returning this. I'm going to have to go with something else.